I'm Andy Smith, and I'm here today to share with you a really important message. As I've thought about some of the struggles through my life, I've realized that I have basically three types of struggles that I've gone through. Over here I've got struggles that I'm trying to move away from or get rid of certain things in my life or certain things in me personally. And so I make this decision that I'm going to change. I'm not going to act like that, talk like that, or even think like that anymore. So I go along for a while and things seem pretty good. And then some situation comes up and these old patterns and habits of thoughts and feelings surface. And I catch myself doing and saying the same things all over again. Oh, I thought I was past all that. I haven't really changed. That is so frustrating. And then I have this other kind of struggle where I'm going towards something that I would like, so I can see in myself these strengths and abilities, and I want to improve on these and be a part of lifting others. And so I start doing things, and it kind of feels like I'm making progress. I'm hiking up this mountain, feeling really good. And suddenly, without warning, I hit a rock slide. Down I go. I look up there and I just groan. I wince. Like, come on, I'm supposed to be way up here. And I just wonder, am I ever going to get there? Am I ever going to become that person that I want to be? That's a struggle. And then there's this third kind of struggle that in a way is probably the hardest struggle of all, because it really doesn't feel like a struggle. I'm happy right where I am. And then I kind of tend to ignore these ideas and impressions of changing or improving. It's like, go away, stop it, leave me alone. I like it here. I want to stay right here. I think the struggle in this is that goes against our nature. Kind of the purpose of our creation and existence is to always be growing. And when we suppress that, I think we're just storing up struggles for later. So I've realized that when I'm coasting, it's always downhill. Or if I'm just drifting along, it's like the scripture says, like the wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. So I've realized that coasting and drifting never take me any place that I really want to go in life. And the divine nature in me kind of fights against my apathy and my desire to be content. And that's a struggle. So raise your hand if you've ever felt any of those kinds of struggles in your life. I knew it. I knew I wasn't the only one. So I can accept the fact that we probably will have and should have some kind of challenge that we're struggling through all the time. It's just kind of what this life is about. It's an important part of the way we learn, right? But I think it should be like this. So we have a struggle, we get some kind of challenge and we struggle with it, we learn from it, overcome and get on to a new one. Have a new challenge that we struggle with and we learn from it, and then we get a new one. But do you ever feel like I do sometimes? I know I'm learning because this part of my life over here seems to be okay, but I'm not really moving on because this over here is a struggle and I can't seem to get past this. I just am stuck in this cycle. Well, that's what I really want to talk about today, because I have good news. Concerning this part of our lives where we just seem to be stuck and we stay in this cycle, we keep struggling with the same thing, I always thought it was because some defect in me, something's wrong with me. I just have this personal weakness and maybe I'm just consigned to always be like that. Well, that kind of thinking didn't help. That just added to the misery. Well, here's the good news. I've learned that it's not all our fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. We all have personal weaknesses, but there's another factor involved. There's another element to why in some of our struggles we can't seem to get past that. And it has nothing to do with our personal weakness. Okay, we all pretty much understand that there are two major forces of influence in this world. One is totally exhilarating, inspiring, and joyous, and the other influence is totally not. But what most of us don't fully understand or are fully aware of is how extensive and far-reaching the enemy's negative influence is in our lives. I had the chance to meet an individual who's really good at what he does. He's spent the majority of his professional career trying to simplify complex psychological and spiritual concepts in terms that all of us can understand. And then a lot of his time studying why is it that smart, committed people continue to struggle, sometimes with simple things. And so because our struggles are so intense at times that they feel like battles in a war, it was really fitting that he took these concepts and used warfare terminology to explain them. And so the Eternal Warriors training was created. And for me and so many others, this became the missing part to help us overcome these struggles over here that we kept dealing with on and on. And for me, it was shocking for me to learn that the enemy could use a combination of guerrilla warfare tactics and literally biochemicals to manipulate my thoughts and feelings. But when I learned how that was done, I realized that just my awareness of it gave me a greater ability to defend against it. And that, combined with the knowledge and skill training I received, just made a really powerful change in my life. It has given me the emotional, mental, and spiritual preparedness and strength that I need to face, fight, and win against all these battles, these final battles that we're all going to be up against. And so now I, as a certified Eternal Warriors mentor and trainer, am really eager to share with you all that I've gained. So just a few objectives of our training. First of all, we want to help you become really sensitive to and aware of, get a heightened awareness of the enemy's attacks against you. Because when you don't know that you're under attack, you don't fight back. And the next thing we want to do is help you to gain an increased speed of response to these attacks. And that's where we can really lessen the amount of time that you spend struggling in certain areas and the suffering that goes with it. We want to increase your depth and gain new dimension to those things that you already know. And this gives you great power to your righteous intentions. We want to give you a greater ability to purge those negative influences from your mind and help you rise to a higher level of personal sanctification. And yes, in order to make all this serious stuff more effective, we've got to add an element of fun and humor to it. So, I'm inviting you to join us. Come and be enlightened, be trained, learn how to fight like you never thought was possible. Join the fight with us. Fight for your free agency. Fight for your true identity. And fight for your divine potential. Whether you feel like you're on the high road to your greatest success and achievements, or you're down in the valley of your greatest struggles right now, these concepts in this training are going to add power to the direction that you want to go. So please think of your family and friends and neighbors who you care about and share this message with them. Help us reach them, help them find us. Help us all join together and be unified in our fight together to create a positive, powerful influence in this world. So contact us go to our website, bethetrueyou.com, and look up when our orientations and trainings are. And if you need to contact me with questions, you can contact me at andy@bethetrueyou.com. So thank you for listening to my message, and please join us and share this so that we can make a powerful impact in this world. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful, great day, and I hope to see you soon.